Hey guys, so this is the 6th part in the 10-part video series on cold calling. We're on the 4th video now, where I run through what to say when the prospect says certain things at the end once you've delivered the pitch itself. So we've gone through what to say if they say yes, what to say if they're not interested, what to say if they don't have time. The dreaded one that everyone has is when they say they're not interested. The first point here is, when they say they're not interested, a lot of the time, if it depends on their tone. If they're really, really pissed off, I genuinely just don't. I just leave the call. If they're genuinely pissed off, look, they're just going to be in a shitty mood. I'll just leave it, and I'll just put not interested in the CRM, and I'll just leave it. I'm sure there's ways that you could come over the objection. I just found that anyone who is shitty and in a bad mood, I just wouldn't try and turn around. I just leave it. Like, we had a huge ICP of thousands of different leads we could call. I was like, well, you're lost. Who cares? Our offer's sick. Look, if they weren't too harsh, I'd kind of come back to them and kind of ask them why, but I'd frame it in a way, let's say they're a finance manager at a council. I'd say, look, when I called the finance manager at this company and we started working with them, they said they're under the pump because of end of year, exactly the same. It sounds like you are. Is that the reason why you're probably not interested? If they say yes, because a lot of the time you can get it, then you can kind of go through, look, if now is just a bad time, push it to another month, and then use the previous video of if now's a bad time. If they say no, I like to act surprised and like, oh, really? Oh, why is that? And then you're going to run through and you're going to get the objection that they actually have, the true objection, instead of they're just not interested. And then from there, you use your objection handling, that your objection handling, that you should have actually played through already and understand the objections to actually run through and go through it. And, sometimes it may not actually work, but a lot of the time it actually does. And then once, depending on whatever they come back with, then you just follow through the steps from the previous video. So that's how I'd handle the not interested objection, which is probably the most dreaded one. But then again, if they are really, really pissed off, unless you only have like 10 companies in your whole patch being in a crazy enterprise, in a role, I would just leave it and just go to the next one. Don't worry about it. Look, just call them back 4 or 5 months later. They're not even going to remember you called them anyway, or just change the caller ID. Cool. Those are my tips if someone says they're not interested.